Welcome to Saddleback Women's Soccer here on SportsNetUSA.net as the number 3 team in the state of California will take on the number 7 team in the state of California. Your Saddleback Bobcats, I went back in years. Blaze, I forgot all about him. Blaze is the guy. There we go. A couple of us will get in trouble here, at least me. Your team, Saddleback, is number 7 in the state of California. And when we look over who they're playing against, Chaffey College, the Panthers, they are number 3. When we look at the lineups today, Marlene Zaragoza will be in net for the Panthers. Alexa Pareda will be midfielder out there also. Giselle Spears, Monet Dedo will also be playing. She'll be a forward for him. Vanessa Iniquis is out there as a forward. Naomi Rivas will play defense for the Panthers. Faith Cervantes, a midfielder. Sarah Hernandez, a midfielder. Evelyn Madrigal, a forward. Annalisa Huerta and America Torres. That'll be the starters for the Panthers. For your Bobcats, it's going to be Dublin Sonat in goal. Hannah Allen will be out there. Alyssa Lozano, Samantha Arce, Daniela Jara, Choli Morales, Caitlin Peters, Lexi Evlo, Morgan Alvarez, along with Mason Morton and Aubrey Perez. Those are the players that will start this game for both these teams in a non-conference game, yet they're both fighting to keep those RPIs up here in the game of soccer. Daniel Fox, 120 wins over there for Chaffey. And, of course, when you look at BJ over here for your Saddleback team, perennial champion, be it the men or the women, is what he does. Ask BJ before the game, why are there so many good players in the game of soccer in Southern California? He goes, Mark, look at the feeder schools. When I looked at Daniel about it, Daniel says, we get them on the community college level because a lot of these D1 schools, the NAIA schools, look at our girls. They don't think they're big enough. They don't think they're strong enough. By the time they come out of our program or out of Saddleback's program, they look at the coaches and say, hey, I really want her. Where has she been for the last year? He said it's sort of funny when these big coaches come around to talk about our young women. All of a sudden, they've become magical after playing a year or two with us on the community college level. Tomorrow we'll be at Cypress College. They'll play Long Beach City College. That game at 3 o'clock tomorrow here on SportsNetUSA.net. So it's the old guy, Ed Ford, Albert Robles up here. Of course, these two gentlemen camped over the weekend here at Saddleback. Did a little Saddleback football on SportsNetUSA.net. So we'll start things off with two teams that are very talented. We'll see how the scoring goes as we look at what happens out here. You look at your team in the all gold today when you look at their outfits. Gold with dark numbers. So they've got gold shirts, Cardinal shorts on, and then when you look at Chaffey College, white jerseys with red shorts. Chaffey will be going from right to left on your computer screen, Saddleback from left to right as we get ready to start this women's soccer game here on SportsNetUSA.net. Panthers start things off, trying to go deep. We've seen a lot of that in some of these games that we've dealt with. That first attack trying to be the long shot that goes up there. Goes over quick to Dado. Dado loses it, takes it back downfield. The Panthers control it once again. Dado gets a foot on it on the far side of the field. Comes back to the middle. Drops it off right there to Huerta. Huerta loses the ball off her foot. It's going to stay with Chaffey. Pareda will end up handling that. Takes it down to Nikias. Goes out. So as we chase down a second soccer ball, and they get one next to the goal, it will be a goal kick for Chaffey. And I talked to Daniel Fox about this, about setting up goal kicks. Do you have play set? He said, at this stage of the game, Mark, no. We will work on them. 3 or 4 set plays. Quickly take it out to the main field. Taken away. Breakout. We'll see if Saddleback can get the run going down there. Looking to get away was Hannah Allen. Hannah gets stopped halfway down. Little body, and that's going to stay with Saddleback. We're going to get a conversation. And we saw when they ended up playing Pasadena City College, as Naomi Rivas sort of gets a little physical on that. A little chippy, we would say at least. Argumentative. Physical. Yeah, it was. Deep kick into the box. Headed out by the Panthers, trying to control it. Saddleback comes back quickly. You got to love the way your Saddleback team handled it. Panthers trying to control. Saddleback being very physical at this stage of the game. Nice play there by Choli Morales, making sure she controlled things till the ball goes out, and it'll be a goal kick for the Panthers. Zaragoza, the goalie for the Panthers today. Goals against, 0.5. So very good goalie out there when you think about it. Of course, they'll actually say 0.50 so that you know it's a half a goal a game. I'm just going to scale it down just a little. Little playing catch in the middle of the field for the Panthers. Go and take it to the far side. Just keep it in. Panthers trying to do something. More defense. I mean, more smothering defense by your Saddleback team as we look here on the first time. Dido tries to get it around. Can't do it. Goes back to Dido. Daniel Fox said, Mark, when you say her last name, try and say it like a Frenchman. I'm saying it like a Serbian, so there you go. If you're at home listening, you go, wait a minute. Dublin Sanat in goal today. High floater that goes out. At least she kicks it a lot farther than the punter for Fullerton College football. Vanessa Olsen throws it in. Somebody goes down. We're going to get a quick call right there. That was on Aubrey Perez. Got a little over anxious on doing her thing. America Torres comes out. She's down there at the 30, so she's going to take this free kick for the Panthers. She drives it, but she hits that hook shot to the left of the goal, so it'll be a goal kick for Saddleback. 0-0. We just started this game here at Saddleback College. A nice, beautiful afternoon. Sun is setting. The shadows are coming in. Saddleback looking to go down the corner. We saw them do a lot of this. Tried to get Lexi to run underneath the ball. She's over there. Evelo tries to get it. Can't do it. Ball goes out. It'll be a throw in for Saddleback on the far side of the field. So we saw this against Pasadena City College, that they would hit the long drive shot down the field. Hopefully that a forward could run underneath it. Talked to BJ about not the prolific scoring that they've had for a couple years. He said, Mark, it's a young team. We've had 4 different defensive lineups in our last 4 games trying to find out who works well with whom. So that's the thing he's still trying to find, is that little magical feel between players out here. Saddleback looking to make an attack. Panthers trying to turn the ball. That goes out. Alex Peretti handles it for a second. Quick little throw in right there by Vanessa. She gets it. Go to the open side. We'll see if they can drop it up. Trying to get a pass. Nice steal right there by Hannah Allen. Hannah drives it towards the box. Stop. Once again, they come up. So you have 2 forwards down far for the Panthers, but the ball can't get to them. Saddleback with a slow counter. Takes it to the center of the field, all the way over. It's going to come over. It's a foot race aside. Can they save it? It crosses the line. That should be a throw-in for the Panthers here on the sideline. We might see a flip throw-in during this game. I was told there were a couple people from Saddleback practicing that, trying to get more distance on their throw. If you've never seen one, it's pretty amazing. You have to be extremely athletic to do it. Panthers handling the ball well. Hernandez back there on defense trying to get it out like she does. And the run is on. Lozano playing defensive 4. Your Saddleback. I don't see Blaze the mascot here. Guess it's his day just to sleep in, like any good cat would. So an inadvertent handball. So it stays with the Panthers. American Torres will handle it. Torres looking as the field gets spread out, looking for an opening. Big leg by Torres. She can get it down the field. Trap taken out of the air. Nice play right there by Huerta. Little shove in the back. Down the field, making the turn on this one is going to be Alvarez. Morgan gets taken down. Want to wish Morgan a happy birthday. So if Morgan scores today and you see the team celebrate more than usual, well, don't be surprised. Morgan went to Fairmont Prep. Caitlin Peters tracking down the ball. So Caitlin's got it over here. She'll handle the throw in. 2 defense people back. Here comes the flip throw. There it is. As Caitlin gets it in. Thank you, Caitlin. I told everybody to watch it. She did do that. So Caitlin with a flip throw in. Little acrobat. And actually what it does, it gives you more momentum because they're looking for longer throw-ins for this Saddleback team. Saddleback trying to trap Chaffey, the Panthers, in their own zone. Chaffey brings a nice little long shot this side of the field. Big run. See if anybody can get there and get it. It goes out as Evelyn Madrigal was trying to get to it. And here again was that flip throw that we saw. We'll see more of that during this game. We'll see. BJ was excited to see if she could pull it off in the game. Nigwis throws it in for the Panthers. Goes to the far side. There's nobody there but defenders for Saddleback. Nice little pickup there by Allison Lozano. Lozano loses it, goes a little deep with it. So the Panthers once again are going to make their play. Panthers, Bobcats. Those are your teams today. Far side of the field. 1-on-2. So we'll see if anybody comes down to help out. Up a back hill. They're saying, we'll see, the referee says, it stays with your Bobcats. No real threat yet to anybody on either side. A lot of play in the middle of the field. No fluidity out here yet. Foot race to the ball. Turn, and the Panthers trying to make a move. Madrigal gets it up the field, looking for somebody. Can't do it. It should come out. As it dances, it does come out. And it will stay with the Panthers. Deep throw. Everybody looks. You can hear it almost all the way over here. You can almost hear Daniel yelling over here as Monet Dideau comes up, tries to get it. Can't do it. Goes back to Saddleback. Samantha Arce with the throw in. Samantha out of Los Alamitos High School gets the throw in. Big turn right there by Daniela Jara. Easy little pickup. So no real threat yet as Zaragoza Marlene in goal for Chaffey Panthers. Hasn't really been tested yet in this game. See if something can go with one or two of these teams sustaining attacks. Good defense by your Bobcats. They come down so far. They have smothered anybody that has touched the ball. Now they just need to look and see if they can get it on the other side. And so far, the defenders have been good by chopping off that first initial attack. Long run down, it goes back to your Bobcats. So again, both goalies really just sort of, well, they're resting. It's a beautiful day down here. Probably about 76 degrees out, no real wind. Shadows engulfing the field. And it should be corner for Chaffey. So look for that other soccer ball as they're sort of littered around the field. Chaffey said, I guess we got to go run it down. Evelyn Madrigal says she'll run it down. Goes across the track. Brings it back. 15 minutes have gone by. No score yet in this game. 0-0. No real attack. Madrigal will bring it in for the Panthers from the corner. The lefty on a low shot. Kicked out free. And the defenders are back. And they're just going to put it in towards the goal. Just to make sure they can't get a run. Dublin's not back there for an easy catch. So now that's going to be your Bobcats getting an opportunity, and BJ now is already warming people up to bring them in. So again, this has been the thing that we haven't seen a lot of from Saddleback, that ferocious attack, that offense that we've seen in the past, hasn't happened out here in the game of soccer. And somebody once asked me, well, I know sometimes you guys will call it football, but football is football. And soccer is, or was, at least in America, the original name for this game. It was back in the 1800s. It had to do at the same time when rugby was being played. And it was not soccer, but it was basically initials, and it was association, and they came up with the name of soccer from it. And of course, through the years, people have called soccer football because that's the Hispanic translation for the game of football. So American football or European football, the word football comes from Football, shot high and off by the Panthers. Little history, little trivia, little old guy. Both these teams still looking to find somebody else that'll be ready. As it looks like we'll have a few players come in. Angelina Nieto is on the sidelines right now as one of them coming in. Brea Burton will be coming in. So coming off the field for Saddleback is Samantha Arce. She's coming off the field. And also it looked like I saw Caitlin Peters. Nope, that wasn't Caitlin that came off the field. It was Morgan Alvarez that came off the field. Also, Hannah Allen came off the field. So a few substitutions by Saddleback, just for the simple reason they're looking for a spark from someone. So far, they have not found it on the field. And of course, when I look across the way with Daniel Fox's team, he's got 6 substitutes. Saddleback has 15 on the sideline that can substitute. Big squad for this Bobcat women's team, ranked 7th in the state of California right now. Chaffey Panthers ranked 3 in the state of California for women's soccer. Long shot, easy save. That's save number 1 for Saddleback. And when you look at Dublin's too and her numbers, well, she was excellent last year. Once again, she's just as good this year. Playing 4 different goalies for this Saddleback team. So when you talk to BJ, he goes, yeah, we're trying everybody, Mark, and we're looking for something. We're at the 25-minute mark. So we're over almost halfway. We got 25 minutes to go. We're almost halfway in this first half. 1 official save in the game. So we'll give 1 shot off on goal for the Panthers. Chaffey College looking. This would be a big win for them. Be a big win for your Bobcats also. Nice little sneak in there by Samantha Arce, who's still out there. Like the way Samantha plays the game. Good defensive player. So Arce out there. We've also got Burton that's out there. Little collision in the middle of the field. Caitlin Peters trying to control it. Goes out. So up and out. If you can't do anything with it, well, you're going to take it up and out. And that's what Choli Morales did. And make the Panthers start all over here in this game. BJ's warming up some more people. And Iquez is going to throw it in. Nice throw in. Trapped right there. A little thing. And once again, there's 4 defenders back. Footwork working on this one. Finally finding an opening. Stepping up once again was America Torres, who steps up, a defender who plays both ends of the field, and steps up and gets a shot on goal. So America makes the shot, the freshman defense person, all the way up for your Panthers. Looking pretty good right now. So really no offensive threat yet by Saddleback. 2 easy shots on goal by the Panthers. Statistically, yeah, it looks good when you say a couple shots on goal, but if it's right there in the middle, little easy pickup for the goalie. It's a shot on goal technically, but it's not that shot on goal that you would say, oh gosh, we have to watch out for this one because anybody could do anything. Naomi Rivas has the ball in the middle of the field. Bigfoot. Ball comes in. Again, save for the goalie from Saddleback. And of course, when we talk about shots on goal, that's for the official scorekeeper to decide. Anything I say is unofficial here up in the booth. Well, I shouldn't say anything I say. In the white and red, Chaffey going left to right. What looks like all gold is Saddleback going from left to right. As you just joined this game here on sportsnetUSA.net. Again, trying to go to the middle of the field. That's what they've done all day. Try to find somebody on a break. They haven't been able to do it. So the Panthers take it themselves, trying to get something going. Peredia, hand it, lost it. Now a little dance routine in the middle of the field. Brea Burton takes it to the far side to see if they can get things running. And it's going to go out off the foot. Once again, Hannah Allen looks pretty good on the far side of the field. Hannah trying to get it in deep. Stays with your Bobcats. 20 minutes to go in this first half. Nice little turnout. Saw a lot of parents from Chaffey showing up today. They were surprised when they found out that the women play on this beautiful field at this fantastic stadium. And more parents say, no, I'm here for the women's soccer game. And I said, yeah, they play right out there where they play the football games here. They sort of looked at me and said, wait a minute, the women play out in this field? A little surprise there. What you need to see are the fields behind us, the practice fields. There's a soccer field you could play out there. So, first corner tonight by Saddleback. Their set plays to take it. And they've been looking. I was talking to BJ about set plays. They have 3 right now on corners. At the end of the year, they will have a minimum of 8 set plays on corner kicks. And like he said, by then, hopefully those set plays will be down pat when you look at it. So another substitution coming in. Emery Seamus coming in. So Seamus now comes in. Off the field, Choli Morales. So Morales is going to take a break. for Saddleback. No substitutions yet for Chaffey. We'll see if they get any in here in this first half. No whistle. Referee's been very good so far in this game. No real whistles in this game. Nequist in the middle. Up. Knocked out of there by Sanat. She's body-wise is taken down by the attack. So it was just one of those inadvertent bumps, and you say, okay, well. So Hannah Gonzalez was down there for the Panthers. No harm, no foul. Everybody's up. Kick all the way about mid. Side of the foot. Trying to control it and can't. And I mean, that's the thing you try to do. You want to be able to control it, but Burton can't do that. So it goes back to the Panthers. The Panthers lose it in midfield. Torres handles that one. Tries to make a play on that. And they're going to take it all the way back. So the Panthers are going to start all over one more time. Take it back towards their own goalie, and they'll set up down deep in their own territory. Nice cutoff right there by your Bobcats. So we get a whistle. Bobcats are going to start it off quickly. So everybody but four down in the box. Looking for a big leg right here to do something with it. Low liner. Little wraparound. Both sides are covered. Player goes down much too easily. No whistle by the official. And the chase is on. Defense comes in. Save is made one more time. And the ball's got to get clear. The Panthers looked like Hannah Gonzalez looked like she was ready to rock and roll with that one all towards the goal for your Chaffey Panthers. Ball goes out. Stays with the Panthers. America Torres makes the save one. She has played excellent on defense for Chaffey tonight. No doubt about it. One of those defensive people that can go up and down the field. Quick little setup now by the Panthers trying to get something going. They finally get in a, looks like a set attack. Ball comes off. It's a foot race on the far side of the field. Lozano goes over there for your Bobcats, trying to get it. Take it back to the goal. Goes a little astray. So the Panthers go for it up the middle again. Defenders in the right place at the right time for Saddleback. That's what they need to do. Do the counter. Can't get to it. So coming out of the game is going to be Burton. Burton's going to be replaced by Jolie Champagne. So she comes in. Burton goes out. Throw in for your Bobcats. Physicality. Nice physicality by the Panthers. Dedeaux just uses body to hold on to the ball. 4. the Panthers of Chaffey. Played really nice play by her. And once again, you watch the way Saddleback is person to person as they look for everybody. It's almost a man-to-man, person-to-person, woman-to-woman defense when you look at it right now for the Bobcats. Once again, on the attack, going towards the box. Need a turn. Goalie comes up. Almost. Ball is free. Taken out by the Panthers. Trying to get some help. It's Paradia trying to get it out for it. Gets it back out to the middle and counters quickly. First time your Bobcats looked like they were on the attack and had an opportunity to make a play on it. Deep shot. Lets it roll. Gets picked up by Dublin Sonat. So finally, the Bobcats look like they have an attack going on and can make a move with 13 minutes left in this first half. American Torres takes it off the forehead just to control it, looking to get some help. Torres wants to find something there. It's not getting much help from anybody else. Zanik was trying to help her, couldn't do it. Torres is going to track it down here now. Far side. She can play with either foot. That's what I like about her. And again, she follows her own shot. She's looking for somebody in red and white to help her out. Hasn't happened so far in this game. Again, take the ball in the middle, get it to the outside of your Panther. Alexa Peredia has been looking for that open person in this whole game for Chaffey. Goes back. She drops it on the foot with one of her fellow players. Doesn't do much with it. That's Diaz, who couldn't do anything with it. Saddleback pulls it back down. Diaz comes up, turns again, goes to the middle. Goes to Hannah Gonzalez. Hannah Gonzalez has it come off her foot for Chaffey, and it's going to go out for a throw-in to Saddleback. 12 minutes to go. Going to get a substitution again for Saddleback. Mary Willard comes into the game. So Mary Willard now in the game for Saddleback. Out of the game for Saddleback, Aubrey Perez. So Willard in for Perez for Saddleback. BJ changing players the way I change my mind in a restaurant. I think I'll do that. But yet there's more to his changes than there is to mine. We can say that for sure. Panthers going down, trying. So far, nobody's been able to make more than one pass when you look at what's going on in the field. The Panthers do something, maybe two touches if they're lucky. Hannah Gonzalez gets it, and she doesn't do much with it. She touches it once, then tries to go again. Can't find anybody to help her out. Gives it over to Dedeaux. Dedeaux trying to do something. And you can hear Daniel Fox yelling at his team in the start, trying to give him instructions on how to, what to do. And again, when you're in trouble in the game of soccer, up and out is what you need to do. You take the ball up and out during soccer. Make the offense restart. Dublin Sonat knocks it down, keeps it in front of her. No attack, no follow-up by the Panthers of Chaffey, so she easily handles that. Her leg is getting stronger in goal as this game goes on. 4-3-3 is what Saddleback runs. Which is standard for a lot of teams in the game of soccer. And that's why they're always back on defense. That's why they can always make a play on defense. And so you talk about a player and you know the strength of a player by when there's a free kick, you bring a defensive person all the way down the field like America Torres because she's got the leg to take it all the way back to the goal. Wall set up. See if Torres can hook this one. Not short-legged this time. She does. Saved by Sanat, but it would not have gone in. It would have turned right at the last second, but why take a chance? It's like that little soft hook that a lot of women hit in the what's that golf one? Sondheim? Solheim Cup, right. Watch that. Can't remember the name of the cup. Watched it this week. Fun little match play tournament. It's match play, right? Yeah. America won it. They won it by 2. So, yeah. No, they played well. It was a fun match to watch. Across the middle, taken out by Saddleback. Again, on a strong corner. And now you can see the press coming from Chaffey. Deep shot. One of the better deep shots we have seen in this game. Naomi Rivas put a lot of leg into that. So Chaffey Panthers are now starting to pick up the pace in this game and be much more aggressive with 7:29 to go. 38 minutes played in this first half. Shouldn't be, I'm going to say no stoppage time for the first half. Saddleback goes down. You hear a couple people say something about it. Once again, no caught. And just a great block. Nobody called anything on anything. Nice little push right there by Nieto. 2 bodies. She fell down once looking for a call. Didn't get the call. Got back up. And then she gives body. Back in the game, Isabel Whitaker now comes in the game. So Isabel Whitaker comes in. Takes the place of Caitlin Peters, who was in there in the first half. So Peters out, Whitaker in for Saddleback. Saddleback has a corner coming up. Hook it towards the back part of the net. Nice header out by the Panthers. Going for the back post, hoping that somebody from Saddleback could get their head on the ball. It just comes out. Saddleback on the far side of the field, trying to keep it. We're going to get a whistle. And you got to like the referee of this game. Not blowing a lot of whistles, not slowing down the tempo, letting the young women play against each other. Giving both teams an opportunity to get a rhythm in this game with a chance to be able to score because of that rhythm. Dido tries to get it down, helps out a few. Ball comes back. Dido has it back to her, so she starts things again. Good footwork by Dido. Nice little save on the far side as Rivas stepped up. Here's an opportunity. It's going to be a foot. Trying to find somebody following up on the left-hand side. Can't do that. Shot across the middle. Shot on goal. Saved easily once again as Vanessa Iniguez tries to get the shot in. And Dublin Sanat just pulls it in like it's an easy day at the office. Well, for most people it is. For her, it's very easy. Talented goalie for this Saddleback team. Was excellent last year. And again, you'll see the Saddleback team probably along with teams like Irvine Valley, Cypress at the end of the season, all will be considered as teams that will make the playoff run here in Southern California. Cypress right now still number 2 last time I looked in the state of California. The Panthers, number 3. The Bobcats, number 7. Shows you the talent on these two fields tonight for both these teams. A little under 4 minutes to go in this first half. And it's moving. Shouldn't be any stoppage time that I can think of. So Saddleback has soccer balls in strategic places so that the players can pick them up. It's not like in that volleyball game where they grab the ball, flip it back to those who are serving. And the field's so big, you'd have to have, 5 or 6 student helpers out here with you. And if any of them run like myself or Corey Nealon, it still would take 10 minutes to get the ball back. Maybe 12. Don't forget this weekend, little football, but not before that, will be football or soccer tomorrow at Cypress College here on Sportsnet, USA.net. Cypress takes on Long Beach City College tomorrow. That game at 3 o'clock tomorrow here on Sportsnet, USA.net. Panthers looking to make a move. Nice turn though by Peredia. Shot away from the net. So Lexa trying to make a turn and a shot. Dances away. 2 minutes to go in this first half. Saddleback. Chaffey. Having a great game, both of them. And the goalies, again, unless you're going to put something special on goal, you're not going to get it in there. Saddleback taking its time. This is where we've seen somebody seem to pull it off. No matter what teams are playing, men or women, it's in the last 2 minutes. And if you're Chaffey, you may want to just sit there and say, I can live with a tie at halftime. Saddleback. One last run. Going down, ball goes out with 1:13 to go. Albert Robles, Ed Ford, the old guy. Happy to bring you women's soccer here on SportsNetUSA.net. The OEC. When you look at Saddleback, 3C, 2A, Community College Sports, here on SportsNetUSA.net. One last big move. By Chaffey. And we're under a minute, so the clock will stop. We'll see how long this goes. Stoppage time, sometimes if it's added, we'll make that minute a little longer. We had a game the one time we thought stoppage time was 3 minutes. 10 minutes later, we were all staring at each other, wondering what was going on. Saddleback loses it again. Chaffey content to just get through halftime at this point. And that's going to be it. So we come to the end of the first half. Nobody got on the board. It's Chaffey 0, Saddleback 0 here on Sportsnet, USA.net. Of course, I looked at the rankings this year. The last rankings that I got, I know they changed because I've already told you Chaffey dropped to 3. But as of September 2nd, Chaffey was 1, Cypress was 2nd. I know Cypress is still up there in the top ones. Pasadena City College, who ended up beating Saddleback at the time when this was out, was 3. Santa Rosa was 4. Saddleback was 5. They've dropped to 7, 6 then. Folsom Lake was 6. Mount San Antonio, was tied at 6 at the time. LA Valley sitting there at number 8. Hartnell was 9. Sierra was 10. West Valley 11. Southwestern creeped into the top 15. Skyline was 13. Modesto was 14. Feather River was 15. Cosumnes was also tied at 15. Santa Barbara, which we had the pleasure of going up and calling a football game at for sportsnetusa.net. Their women's soccer team was ranked at 17. We talked about Long Beach City College. Last time we looked, they were in the top 20. Desert, Glendale, those were your top 20 teams. It has since changed since then. And I'm going to look over to Ed Ford, and I don't know if Ed's going to look and see what's going around with the coaches or with the rankings right now, but we'll find that out in just a second here on sportsnetusa.net. Of course, we look at some of the things that are going on. Of course, I told you about BJ. I always talk about BJ, the head coach of Saddleback women's soccer program. He got here in 2012, replacing Brandy Craig, who had been the head coach since 2001, or actually that's when it started, soccer here at Saddleback. He's brought a wealth of experience as a coach, a well-known player. When he played, he actually grew up in Utah, Bountiful, Utah. He continued his soccer career at UNLV. Yeah, he was one of those guys in soccer that was part of the Running Rebels. He was the captain of the team. He went on to play professionally for 5 seasons in the USL with the Utah Blitz and the New Hampshire Phantoms. So a man that is known. And Ed, I talked to you about the national polls. You have him sitting in front of you.
You know, that's a great name for a city.
Bountiful, Utah?
Yeah, I like that one. Yeah, you were talking about the California polls. Well, Cypress College is sitting on top of the women's soccer rankings right now, Mark. They haven't lost a game, and they're in the number 1 position. This is a national poll of the United Soccer Coaches of America. Pasadena City College is in 2nd place, and we've seen them play already. They eked out a 1-0 win over these Bobcat women. Oh, what was that, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Right here at Saddleback in lovely Mission Viejo, California. So they are number 2. Delta College, also known as San Joaquin Delta College, from up north, at least north of us. They're in the 3rd spot. And another team from that general vicinity, actually, I think they are also in the, I know Sierra's in the Big 8, and so is Delta. So top the 3 and 4 spots held by Big 8 conference schools. Sierra with a 3-0 and 2 ties. Southwestern that Mark mentioned to you, and we'll be seeing them in the other kind of football action, American football action, community college football. A couple of games that they will appear. They're going to play against Fullerton College coming up in a couple of weeks. Mm-hmm. And I believe they also play against ELAC, East Los Angeles College. So if you're a Southwestern College football fan, you will get to see your team twice here on sportsnetusa.net. Chaffey at number 6, Folsom Lake at number 7, another Big 8 conference team from up there, Lake Tahoe Community College. Now, you don't really hear a lot about them in the sports we normally do because they do not play football, they do not play baseball, they do not play softball. I believe they only play probably men's and women's basketball and men's and women's soccer. Modesto at number 9, Santa Rosa Junior College at number 10. Then you get some out of the state teams, or at least one, and that's Dallas College Brookhaven. They're number 11. L.A. Pierce is 12th. Mount Sac is 13. College of the Desert, 14. Mohawk Valley Community College. Obviously, that's nowhere around these parts, but they're at number 15. This is a national poll, remember. Ventura College at 16. City College of San Francisco. Well, their women's team is playing a whole lot better than their men's football team.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
They don't turn it around. They're headed for what would be a disappointing season for them. Fresno City College, both kinds of football, they're doing well. They are in the number 18th spot with a 3-1-0 record. Suffolk County Community College at 19. And let's give a little cheer to Hartnell, making it in at the 20th position. Some other colleges getting votes that we are familiar with. Santiago Canyon got some votes. Saddleback and Santa Barbara City College. Also West Valley College. Now their soccer field isn't as good as their softball field, or I think maybe the baseball field has outdone the softball field.
Yeah, that's pretty.
But they'll probably build a new soccer facility. So those are your national rankings. Those are the national D3 women's college rankings, the junior college division. So that's a website you can check out. Look at what some of the other rankings are. They put all the rankings up there, whether it's Division I, NC2A, or high school rankings. So it's a very interesting website, UnitedSoccerCoaches.org. If you're a soccer fan, it's a resource and a site to check out.
You know, what's amazing at that, Ed, because Ed stated, a lot of people might be listening going, wow, there's so many California teams there. But like Ed told you, it is a national ranking. I think that's just very interesting that we've got so many Southern California community college teams in the top 20. I mean, Ed, there were really only 2 out-of-state teams. Besides, the other 18 were all someplace located here in California in the top 20. And this is voted on by the coaches around the nation.
Correct.
On who are the top teams right there.
Well, I think it shows that we have some very talented young ladies. We have some great feeder high schools that have excellent soccer programs. You've got some outstanding club teams in this area. So it all, and as Albert has mentioned, the weather, it all comes together to allow these players plenty of opportunities to go out on the field and pitch one in.
Yeah, and it also says a lot about women's sports. I mean, we have looked at I brought up the Solheim Cup to Ed because I found it. I watched it. I like match play golf, so that's why I watched it. The women played well. Ed, it's just another sport like basketball that we do here on sportsnetusa.net. Albert Robles does women's volleyball here at Saddleback, here on sportsnetusa.net, and at ELAC. I know you've done it there too, Albert. That it gives that women are now getting more of an opportunity to show their prowess as athletes, which has been poo-pooed for years. And it's also now the educational world has opened up so that they can use these sports to possibly do things that they might not have imagined because of finances, situations at home, and everything else. I talked to both coaches down the field, and I bring it up all the time. I thanked both of them twice and said, thank you very much for what you do for your student athletes. I know you're educators. I know you're mentors. Ed, too many times people look at coaches as just coaches and think, here on the community college level, boy, howdy, he's a coach. Guys, they're not getting rich being a coach on a community college level. They are not making those $1 million contracts that you see every place else. So that's the thing. And I think it speaks a lot about the game of soccer also growing in the state of California.
Yeah, and another thing that I like about the whole situation is with a poll like that, it's a national poll, and you see all the California teams and more of a preponderance of Southern California teams, and I see nothing wrong with that poll because these teams, and if you look at the men's side, the same sort of thing. These teams are willing to play anyone in the nation. Where if you look at a softball poll, we're just going to keep clubbing away at the softball coaches in the 3C, 2A. Hey, if you think you're better than the NJCCA teams, then actually play them.
Yeah, I
you
agree.
can't say that you're better if you don't play them. Put up all these barriers for the games not to happen. We're not seeing that in soccer. The soccer teams are playing teams from out of state. We saw the thing with over at Fullerton College. They took on 3 Arizona teams. We've seen Mount Sac. They invite Dallas College. It's not the one that's in the top 20 that we just went through. And, that team has won the national championship. I think it's 6 years in a row, and I don't know how many overall. I mean, let's liven things up. I think soccer is going in that direction. You see it a little bit in basketball, and it's happening here and there. But we don't see any action in softball. It's just not happening.
You know why I agree with you? For those of you that don't know, Ed and I have been around a long time. And, Ed, you can go back to the days when you used to be out there doing games as a youngster. Junior Rose Bowl used to draw 60,000 people. People would watch teams from all over the country play community college football. That's how Hal Scherbeck got his reputation, the longest college winning streak at a time. And people wanted to play Fullerton College because if you beat Fullerton College at football in the old days, that was something special. And that's why on Thanksgiving, the Turkey Bowl that was at the Santa Ana Bowl between Santa Ana and Fullerton, and then, like I said, you look at the many championships that they won, it was a national championship. You could actually say you were national champions back then because you played against each other. And for those of you that love all these other sports, really do love them, when you see coaches, ask them why. And I know a lot of coaches, Ed, I'm going to bring up the evil word to you. You know, a lot of them look at us and say, well, I don't want my RPI messed with. But if you go out and play teams from other states, your RPI, especially because most of those teams are ranked in their state, why shouldn't your RPI go up if you're playing a ranked team from Arizona, Utah, Colorado, Washington, something like that? I've never understood this.
Yeah, I mean, we've even talked to the 3C2A about those sort of situations, the RPI or the equivalent in whatever the sport might be, basketball or baseball, softball, and there isn't any penalty against playing those teams. How it was explained to me by a coach that's coached softball at various levels, all the way from D1, NC2A to high school, that coach told me that, well, the teams are worried about when they get in the playoffs and the super regionals that if they don't have the correct RPI that they will maybe not host or something like that, or they won't get a good enough ranking when they first get into the regionals, and we're talking about softball here. But as we've discussed numerous times, Palomar, Mount Sac, Cypress. They always go to the state playoffs.
Yep.
Let's stop that nonsense because that's not true. Those teams could play teams from out of state. Wouldn't affect their ability to get a home field in the regionals. Wouldn't affect their ability to get a home field in the super regionals. It wouldn't happen because those teams are always in the state championship. Then you have an off year or whatever we want to call it. Besides those three, then Fullerton will pop in for a couple of years. And, prior to last year, San Diego Canyon would pop in a couple of times. But other than that, I think an El Camino made it in there 1 or 2 years. But other than those 3 outlier teams of Hornets and the Hawks and El Camino, that's it. Those are the only teams that ever get in there.
Exactly.
So it's the same playoffs over and over again. So the top 3 teams cannot say anything about they wouldn't get in, because that's not true.
Yeah, and it would be, you know what it would do? It would make the game much more exciting for everybody.
It would make it more exciting, as they're trying to do here in soccer and what they're doing in men's and women's basketball.
Exactly. Well, it looks like we're getting ready for a second half of women's soccer from Saddleback College, as your 2 teams out here are ranked in the top 10. We heard it from Ed Ford. He gave you the national rankings. I gave you the state rankings earlier. The Bobcats are one of the best teams. The Panthers are one of the best teams here for soccer.
You know, looking at the 2 teams, Mark, from my observation standpoint, it seemed like in this first half that I would say the Panthers have a little bit better footwork than the Bobcats at this point, but the Bobcats, their speed is just the games we've seen and, watching some other games, there are very few teams that can match their foot speed. They are very fast.
Well, and BJ
up and down the field. I mean, they're just they outrun people most of the time.
Yeah. And BJ told me, Ed, he's still looking for that combination that works. And with all the substitutions you saw in the first half, he's still searching for that combination out here. So we get ready for a second half, another beautiful second half of women's soccer here on Sportsnet, USA.net, Saddleback, Chaffey. Let's see what the outcome may be here on Sportsnet, USA.net. Panthers now going from left to right, white jerseys, red shorts, white stockings. And then your Bobcats going from right to left in what looks like all gold. I know that Albert said to me, Mark, they got scarlet shorts on.
Gold shorts, red trim.
Gold shorts, red trim, Albert just told me. So, dressed in gold. And, of course, the kit for your goalie, for your Panthers, is pink tonight. So we'll see what everybody can do here on the field with these talented group of young women that play the game of soccer. Could be another 1-0 game. We saw one earlier. Pasadena City College against your Saddleback team. A missed penalty kick by Saddleback. They could have tied the game. Men won that day on a penalty kick. Tomorrow, Cypress College, 3 o'clock against Long Beach City College here on SportsNetUSA.net. That'll be the women tomorrow at 3 o'clock. A little ELAC football against Fullerton College. Albert Robles, myself, I'll be out there. Should be an exciting football game on Saturday night at 6 o'clock. Saddleback trying to make the turn and get something going. Again, sitting back. They've got 5 people back on defense right now. 5 on the attack. Not bringing everybody up. Easy save by Zaragoza. Marlene. Another excellent goalie for the Panthers. Less than a goal a game so far this season. Missed footwork right there. Just a little lazy touch that you try to get. Peretta couldn't do it. So, big throw in by Allison Lozano. Off the elbow. track down. And you're watching right now as we're going to get a foul out here. You were watching the Saddlebacks trying to be much more aggressive out here on the field. Aubrey Perez will take this kick. Lozano to the left of her. Once again, trying to make a turn. Panthers trying to find something. 2 whistles quickly in this second half. Hadn't had any whistles so far in this game tonight. Coming to the far side of the field, trying to get a run now down the field. It's a foot race going on the far side here. Whitaker. Lozano, big foot, way to the right. And it's going to be a goal kick for the Panthers. So Naomi Rivas will take it here for Chaffey. It's again coming up, more of an attack. Over in the corner, trying to make the turn, and the defense steps up. Both these teams play solid defense when you watch them. There are 2 teams that can make that defensive play as Evelyn Madrigal makes it play for them. Trying to take a run down the middle. Fought for there, can't seem to get it. Turn, go back to the middle. Again, you see the pass, and there's a defender for either one of these teams stepping in between the passes. They have shut off the lanes quickly for both these teams defensively. Long run. As I said, people are trying to So this game has really become a game of soccer where it's more man, person on person, than any sort of zone or anything else. If you watch Fullerton play, they play a triangle defense on the men's side. Here, you're looking person against person defensively, not area, but basically body to body is what you're doing now. When you look for somebody, you look for that body that's not being covered defensively. You'll be over there to cover it defensively. Long throw in. Shot, pitch shot, goal! So just a little lazy pitch shot. Up and over. And the goal goes in. And I wasn't sure which number it was, so I'll have to try and find out who actually got that goal on that one for you. And so Chaffey just floats one. It's like a marshmallow sitting there in the middle of the air, just floating into, you know, when you've got that dream going on and it goes over the top of your head and you want to take a bite of it, can't get your teeth up high enough. I'm sorry, I'm talking food. Albert's right next to me. So now you've got people staring at each other, and now it's got to, Saddleback's got to make. So Diaz makes the goal. Just got that confirmed, so Diaz gets it in for Chaffey. She's number 7 on the field, and we finally get a card in this game. And here's the thing that I always have a problem with. Referees let a game go. It's going well. It's going fast. They're not a part of it. The players are doing well. And then referees say, oh, I have to insert myself into the game. Umpires do it in baseball. It's like, come on, let the game flow. The flow is perfect. Don't mess with the flow. As they do that and they mess with the flow, and of course, you know, now you're trying to figure out what's going on. Chaffey's got things going. Nice pass to the high top. Going to go back across the middle. They're moving the ball well. Quick touches by Chaffey now. Not just somebody sitting on the ball, but they're touching it, getting rid of it. Getting knocked down from behind and getting the call was a nice play by Faith Cervantes. So Faith held on to it and just made sure that they came after Cervantes. Ends up keeping the ball with the Panthers. They're up 1-0. Deep into the box. Save made. Ball goes in. And it's 2-0. So the ball wasn't controlled. And that looked like that was scored by Evelyn Madrigal, number 21. Looked like she got it in. And again, the ball was not controlled in the box. And next thing you know, they're in one more time. So it's 2-0 for Chaffey. And so now, if you're Saddleback, it's time to move people up. And again, as you're a goalie, you've got to control that shot that comes in there. And, of course, Dublin couldn't control it when it came off her hands. It was laying there and gets knocked in. I haven't heard an official, but I think Evelyn was the one that scored that. The forward, freshman forward, here for Chaffey. See if we get the official announcement in a second. I'm going to give it to her till I get told different. Look at that. My eyes still work. How about that? It has officially been called, so Evelyn does get the goal. So good for her. So she's got 3 goals this season as she stays on top of the ball. And again, that's where you're down there in the box with somebody. If you see the ball laying there, kick it, get it out of there. And if you're on offense, hey, put a foot on it. It might just go in. So Chaffey now up 2-0 here on SportsNetUSA.net. Having a good season this year. Saddleback's got to make a run. Nobody's covering it. Far side of the field. Got to stay on side if you're a player for Saddleback. Across the middle. Can't quite get there. Saddleback looking to make the run. The ball comes back out. Goes to the far side. Hoping to get it out there. Get on. We're going to get a call. So Burton trying to make a run. Helps get the call in the favor of your Bobcats. Aubrey Perez is over there, so Aubrey's going to take the shot. Standing next to Aubrey, we'll see if they run a play, is Choli Morales. You can hear the players calling Aubrey. So as Aubrey gets ready, see if she can hook it in there. She does. Cooks for the goal is, just off the top of the net. Oh, if that could have just dipped like one of our chip shots, that would have been a 2-1 game. Beautiful shot for her. Substitutions coming in for Saddleback. Hannah Allen comes back in to the game, and out of the game is going to be Bea Burton. So Allen comes in, Burton goes out for your Saddleback Bobcats. 2-0. Two quick goals to start this second half for the Chaffey Panthers. And again, you talk to these coaches, they'll tell you how talented these women are and how the big schools will look at them and go, oh, and then all of a sudden you get 2 goals like you saw. They'll see it on footage and go, geez, why didn't we pick her up at the beginning of the season? Just sort of amazing, the mindset of D1 coaches and NAIA coaches. Chaffey being more aggressive here. Saddleback hasn't been able to counter. We saw it against Pasadena City College. And like BJ told us, Mark, I'm trying to find that combination that works on the field. So far, I have not found it. You watch Chaffey run their offense. 8 people up on the attack. And this is why they make the plays they make. They have found the open shots, the open ball. The ball's on the ground. They're the first foot that gets to it. They clean a shot, turn, shot, easy save for Dublin. One that got away from her went into the goal. This is where now Saddleback needs to bring other people up. You've got 5 people trailing on defense right now, and you sort of wonder, is that's an offsides on the play? Somebody got in front of that last defenser and goes down there, and that's going to be offside. So you get past that last defense person in stride with them. You can't really even be looking to be in front of them just a half a body here because they're going to call you on offsides. So now where Chaffey is just, and here's the thing, nice steal by Saddleback. Got to make a throw. They make a kick, goes off the foot. Is that going to be a goal kick or a corner? It's going to be a corner for your Saddleback team. So Saddleback on the corner. Mary Willard now. Mary Willard is going to take the corner. Mary's going to try and get it down, see if somebody can get that rebound. Back part of the goal. Header up. Over. In! Oh, I thought it had missed. What a header. It dropped in the back of the net. Watch it again. Boom. You couldn't have asked for a better shot. Oh, amazing play by your Bobcats. Two to one. It's showing it again there on the big screen. Up, over, in. So we get a substitution now out there. For Saddleback, Morales back in. So you can feel the momentum for your Bobcats change, waiting for the official scorekeeper to give us the goal. Well, I heard Aubrey Perez on the assist on that. Albert, did you catch the name for the goal? Because I did not hear who he called. I heard Perez on the assist. Caitlin Peters. So Caitlin Peters got the goal on that on the hit. So Perez with the assist, Peters with the goal. Thank you, Albert. And it's 2-1. Well, the ladies have decided to make it a little more exciting here in the second half. Sweet header. By Peters. Went to Pacifica High School in Garden Grove. Home of a former SportsNetUSA.net announcer, Eric Pessolano. Dance, move, turn, corner, backside of the net. So the second half has opened up with a little more excitement. Lexi Evlo getting ready to come in for your Bobcats. She's in the game now. So Lexi comes in. And Lexi immediately mixes up with the action out there. And again, you watch the coaching staff for Saddleback watching their players, trying to find that combination. Get it right here so far. Chaffey, long shot, knocked down. So another save by Dublin Sanat. Oh, the moon. We're looking at that. A little picturesque night here at Saddleback. Once again. Saddleback taking off. Allison Lorenzo gets it down deep. Just not enough. Lorenzo just put the ball in the right place at the right time. It was a foot race. Flag comes up. So it looked like there was a chance to get that 2-2 tie. Perfect pass, perfect pass. And the flag is up right there as you saw it on the replay by Ed Ford at about the 10-yard line. She was a couple steps in front. Dropping, taken away. Nice play there by Lorenzo. Out again. Trying to put it this time on sides. And picked up there by Marlene Zaragoza. So Zaragoza, who doesn't give up many goals, could not help that one that she gave up to Saddleback. You could have not put that in a prettier place on that header. We're halfway through this second half, 2-1. Chaffey over your Saddleback Bobcats here on SportsNetUSA.net. Exciting women's community college soccer with some very talented student athletes playing this game. The touches and the footwork by Chaffey just seems to be everybody's on the same page right now for the Panthers. Saddleback's looking for the same answer for their team. We get a little hands-on, so we're going to get a whistle blown. A little surprising that the official is calling a little tighter than they did in the first half. Deep shot. going in, trying to hit her. Oh, a save. Just Sanat makes a great save because the header right there by Diaz, who's already got a goal in this game for the Panthers, who cut across the opening. And if it wasn't for Dublin Sanat, it easily would have been 3-1. Corner for Chaffey. Little roller should go back to the initial person who brings it in. Trying to play down the far side. Should make the save. They do. Nice save there by Naomi Rivas. Rivas. "25 minutes have been played. 3 goals have been scored. 2 beautiful headshots. One, oops, it was on the ground. Nobody would get it out of there, so Chaffey took advantage. Your Bobcats trying to tie it up with 20 minutes to go. A little more aggressive on offense. Great run by Jara. Tries to get it in, still fighting for it. Jara trying to keep it with them. Kick back to the middle. Nothing there, as that was Allison Lozano trying to. Player goes down. Nothing called. And this is where, for me, officiating, you blow the whistle a couple times and you don't call it there, so do it that. Jara gets it again, heads it out. So it stays with Saddleback. In the game now, Caitlin Peters, who has the only goal in this game, comes back on the field. So Caitlin, with the beautiful header for your Bobcats to give them the 1 goal, is back on the field. Sitting down for a few minutes, Morgan Alvarez. So Morgan comes out, Peters goes in. "27 minutes to go." 27 minutes gone by, I mean, in this second half. 2-1. Chaffey Panthers. Attack going again. Turn at the corner. Kick across the middle. It's in! So I know who the assist goes to because I saw the assist right there. It is now 3-1, Chaffey. So Pareda gets the goal. And Hannah Gonzalez gets the assist on that. So Gonzalez gets the assist. I saw Gonzalez. I didn't know who got the goal, so I figured I'd wait. Albert Robles helping me out over here on my right. Ed Ford on my left. Making sure we get the official people that do that. That have scored in this game for Chaffey. Chaffey up 3-1. Exciting women's soccer. Little offsides against Saddleback. So Saddleback, feeling comfortable, thought they got in there, thought they were one close, and then once again. And if you watch the touch and the movement by this Chaffey team, it's one touch. That's what they do a lot of with. Saddleback making a move, drops it off the middle. Somebody needs to be following that play. And there's a delayed, boy, howdy. What a delayed call was that? I go down, I look at the referee. I said, hey, hey, hey. And then she finally blows the whistle. So we're going to spot it right in the middle. We'll see where the wall sets up. 7 to 10 yards. Allison Lozano looked like she was going to take the kick. She does. Lozano, low line jab, it's in!
What a shot.
That was a bullet. Look at that. High riser, Albert, when you watch it. That's that line drive. Watch it go. It's rising when it reaches the goalie. And that's that line drive that in any sport, you don't get that initial when do I jump attitude. If you're a little late, it's up and past on you. So what a nice kick over the wall. So we're sitting at 3-2, 5 goals in this second half. And it's not that it's poor defense. It's not that it's bad goalkeeping. They have just been some fantastic shots by very talented young women on the field, be it kicking it in or a couple headers that were magical and just placed in the right spots when you're watching these teams. Now you know why these two teams are ranked where they are. Another floater off. Well, from a Pasadena game where it was 1-0, from a first half where you sort of wondered, is anybody going to score? They finally did. Emery Seamus comes back in. Emery. See if they can get that third goal to tie this game up. Saddleback responding, answering to Chaffey's goals. Once again, to the outside here, trying to find something. We're going to get off sides against your Bobcats. Well, after watching that first half, I got to say, I didn't think we were going to see 5 goals in the second half. You got Albert and Ned both up here shaking their heads. Yeah, Mark, you know what? We agree. We didn't think so either. But they have been spectacular goals. Only one gift in this game. The rest have all been earned. And this is why these teams are so good. This is why when Ed did the national rankings, you saw so many California teams in the national. Here they come again. Defense trying to clear it out. They do for Saddleback. They've got to clear it out. This Chaffey team has got just an aggressive about it. And there's why you bring in somebody on the defensive side that's got a little more vigor, a little more body. When you look at Seamus Emery, just a little bigger girl out there. She can throw it about 5'10" out of San Juan Hills in San Juan Capistrano. One of the bigger players on this Saddleback team. Coming out is Arce. Coming back in is Hannah Allen. So Allen comes back in. I tell you what, Saddleback plays all their young women. Great steal. Run down the middle. Going, looking for somebody. Nice pass right there by Lozano. Lozano puts it there. Back over to this side. Kick across off the goal. Great run by your Bobcats down the field. So coming out, I think that's Arce that came out. I'll look for such a second. It is. Samantha Arce out now for your Bobcats. Evelo comes in. Lexi is now out there. And so fresher players is what the Bobcats are dealing with. Far corner kick. Got to track it down and trap it. Make sure you hold on to it. Don't overuse it. Across the middle. What a great left foot crossing shot by Hannah Allen. Allen gets her foot on it. Watch this as she's going to cross it over the goal. And if you just see that ball bobble, if it goes down, not controlled, we're tied at 3. Zaragoza makes a nice save for this Chaffey Panther women's team. The temperature has risen on a beautiful night here down in Mission Viejo. Full moon with a little cloud cover, giving the feel of Halloween down here. Again, down the middle, up, out. Take it all the way if you think you're going to get trapped. There's the up and out. Nice defensive play by Chaffey. When you get in trouble, you got to make the move and go with the up and out. Diaz was looking to get it if there was a play. Diaz comes in, tries to get a foot on it. Here comes the turn. You got to dance with it now if you're going to do it. Dido taking the time in the middle of the field. Dido gets knocked off the ball. So no call in favor. Saddleback, big leg, middle, step in, misplayed. Got to get the ball to the outside. There it is. Drop it on a foot in the middle, and it's going to go out and be a corner for your Bobcats. Much crisper passing by your Bobcats in this second half. Substitutions again for your Bobcats. Mason Morton now back on the field. So Mason Morton is now back on the field. And this is the thing about having a nice sized club. In the middle, cleared out. Step shot. Doesn't do. Try to get the timing down to make that shot. So Morton comes on the field. And Daniela Jara is getting ready to come on now. So Jara comes on next. So Daniela back on the field for your Bobcats. Coming off the field after a quick stint is Seamus Emery. She comes off the field. So out there for a few. Jara comes back on. Trying to keep the ability to outrun the opponents is what's going on with the coaching staff here at Saddleback. Got to control those shots when they come to you. And we watch now Saddleback is pushing up more with their defense people. Before they were leaving them back. Maybe 5 were staying back. Now they're coming up a little higher against this Panther team. Bodies go down, no call. Inconsistency by the referee. Little pushes, and then you call that. Flip the ball up an extra. Flip the ball up an extra yard and a half, and the referee turns around, blows the whistle, says, no. Move it back. It's like Corey Nealon marking a putt by throwing a quarter 5 feet in front of where his ball's sitting. Deep fly into the box. Ball's down. Nobody can get it. Panthers come out with it. Turn. Saddleback tries to come away with it. They do. Quick touches now Panthers coming down. We're under 8 minutes. Bodies go down. Play on is the call by the referee. Little surprise. Nothing was called on that. This is where now you can't rush your game if you're the Bobcats. And that's what the Bobcats are starting to do, and you just don't want to do that. Hannah Gonzalez comes to get the ball for the Panthers. And you have to take your time when you're doing that, because you do right there. Give a corner kick. Vanessa Iniguez is going to take the corner. Oh, it's short. It's a throw-in, Albert says. Mark, it's not a corner. Thank you, Albert. Easy, wide open shot in the middle. Off the goal. And boy, there was nobody there defensively for the Bobcats. It looked like an easy little pitch shot in the middle of the field. And you thought Sarah Hernandez had an opportunity out of Riverside North High School. So Hernandez thought she had a goal for Chaffey. Got taken away. Didn't have the opportunity. And you can hear these coaches telling everybody to keep going. Looking at Lozano, who takes it out. They're going to bring him up. They want him to press on defense now. And there you could hear body on body. And Albert's even sort of looking like, wait a minute, there was no ball kicked right then. That was all foot. Nothing called. Thing I like, Albert, nobody stayed on the ground in pain. They all got up. Keep playing. Dropped it in the middle. Kicked out. 4 minutes to go. We'll see. In the first half, there was very little stoppage time. Should be very little in this second half. 3-2. Chaffey, the Panthers, over your Bobcats of Saddleback here on Sportsnet, USA.net. Big throw incoming. Caitlin Peters. Watch the flip throw. There's Peters. Throws it. Gets it in. You watch Peters with the flip throw you saw earlier in the day. Peters, who's got a goal in this game. Caitlin, one of the two that Saddleback has. Saddleback controlling. They'll bring it out to the middle. Gives it to Peters. Peters goes down low. Looking for somebody to follow up the ball. Doesn't happen. That's one thing. We'll see if Caitlin goes. She does. She comes to the near side of the field. Here comes the attack. Off the head. And player goes down. So Aubrey Perez, who has a heck of a leg, and they want the player to get up and I'm going to see if they're going to send her over to the bench. And no, they start to play again. Remember, as soon as the ball is dropped, you can play. So everybody stood there for a second like, player said she was fine. She gets up, and the referee says, then let's play on. Let's start. 3-2 with 2:30 to go. The Panthers up by 1 over the Bobcats. The Bobcats being tenacious in this game. Don't forget tomorrow, more women's soccer here on sports@usa.net. Long Beach City College against the Cypress Chargers. Cypress, top team. They are sitting on top of the national poll right now for women. Ed Ford went through the top 20 at halftime. 18 of them from California. 18 teams in California in the national poll in the top 20. Saddleback clears it out. Nobody back deep for him. It's going to be back and forth. Ball's caught. Dublin Sonat takes. It's got to get big leg on this one. We're under 2. We're at a minute 30. Clicking down. Saddleback's got to beat everybody. And that's the problem. They're not right now. Got to go up the field quickly. Got to make the turn. Nice run. Nice drop shot right there. Take it up the middle and go. Allison Lozano is all over this field for your Bobcat team. Kick in the middle. There's I was getting ready to say there's a possibility for a header. Good defense by Chaffey. I thought for a second you were going to have somebody in gold all by themselves. 42 seconds. We'll see if there's stoppage time. Pulling. Chaffey should be corner for your Bobcats. They stopped the clock. They had it running. Usually they've stopped it around a minute. Now they've stopped it at 41 seconds. So there should not be timeout on the field of any sort or manner. We don't know how much stoppage time there'll be for this game. Goes out in the far side of the field. 3-2. This game is. Referee looks at her watch. Sometimes you will get a signal. They'll throw up fingers and tell you what it is. 3-2 here in the game. The Panthers, the Bobcats. See if she lets both teams get one more run. That's sometimes what they'll do if it's close. Saddleback goes. Ball gets knocked down. Chaffey just wants to run with the ball. Drop it off in the middle. Try to make a turn. Let's see if they attack or just play easy keep away. Far kick. Easy keep away. Ball goes out. Corner for Chaffey. Panthers, maybe their one last attack from a corner. We'll see if that happens. Then we'll see if Saddleback can counter quickly. Everybody's going to cover somebody. Defenders deep in the box for your Bobcats. And they're just letting the ball go out slowly. They think there's not much time left on the clock. Chaffey's going to play with the clock, try and pull this one off. Nothing's clicking, but as you can tell out there if you're watching this game, they're not anxious to attack. They just don't want to give up the ball when you're watching this game. Saddleback's got to make a move. They got to go. Quickly get up the field. Launch it if you can. Launch it down the sideline. Gets knocked out of bounds. Nice play right there by the Panthers. You got to love what they did. Vanessa Inglis comes up. Again, they get in front. It's back and forth. Can't clear it. This is where you get everybody up. Going to go down the field. They'll hold on to it. Drop it in the middle. They'll go backwards if they have to, if Chaffey does. Big kick. This is where it drops. You're still onside. This is a free ball if you're Saddleback. Taken down. Oh, they don't call anything. Was she taken down? Let's see. We'll watch it right here. No, I guess an inadvertent fall on the replay. From up here, and I saw the initial play, I was going to say I thought she was taken down. Saw it on the replay. Nice call by the referee. Play on. Goes to the far side. Knocked out by Alexa Peredia. She has played well for these Panthers tonight. She's been all over this field also. 3-2. We're in stoppage time. And it has been a fun second half of this women's soccer game. And that's it. Chaffey is going to pull off the nail biter against the Bobcats. It was a fun, exciting game here on SportsNetUSA.net as Chaffey beat your Bobcats 3-2 tonight here on SportsNetUSA.net.